MtG Grinders. My name's David. I'm here with Lewis, Trent, and Tyler. We're doing our set review for Dragons of Tarkir. We're starting with white, and our first card, getting straight into it, is Anafenza Kin Tree Spirit. It's a 2/2 for 2 white. It's a legendary creature, Spirit Soldier, and whenever another non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, bolster 1. What do you guys think?
It's a good way to start this review, I'd say. It's a pretty decent card. On Star City, Brian Brandon was playing a deck featuring this card just recently, and the deck didn't do too well because it was playing against Advan Control, but
yep.
You could see where you could pair it with.
Was it the White Devotion?
White Devotion,
yeah. I think that's the only place to put it in standard.
Yeah, with he was pairing it with Mastery of the Unseen, Citadel Siege, like lots of cards like that. And, you could see really powerful end games. Just the list needs tweaking.
Yep.
Cool. Also been limited.
Also been limited? Is it your first pick?
Yeah.
Or is there possible
I think it's
uncommons?
a pretty powerful first pick.
Yeah.
If there's nothing better than it's.
Yeah, there's definitely some uncommons that would be better than this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's not just like gonna win you the game.
I think
it's gonna be.
I think early on in the format, I'm definitely first picking this just to play with and see how strong it is.
Yeah.
All right. Arashin Foremost for 2 white and 1. It's a 2/2 with double strike. Whenever Foremost enters the battlefield or attacks, another target warrior creature you control gains double strike till end of turn. So they're starting to push this warrior thing that we even spoke about in our previous beers with the boys.
I think it's very fringe outside of a warrior deck, which, as you said, they're pushing. So it may become a thing, black, white, Mighty Warriors, something along those lines. But it's significantly. I don't think it's as good as its counterpart, Silverblade Paladin, which was a go.
That was
a staple.
That was pretty strong.
Yeah, it was very strong.
Before that, there was Mirror Crusader, which
I think that was
good because of the protection.
Yeah. That's his a lot of play outside of standard, I suppose.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna get played in standard. I don't think the warrior decks are good enough to.
Yeah.
I don't think they're ever gonna be tier 1.
The warrior deck won't be tier 1, but I think it has the potential to be tier 2. Just there are a lot of warrior-based cards in this block, so whether or not this one
Pushes it over that edge.
Yeah, I don't think this one's good enough.
Yeah.
But again, it's also limited.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Slam picked that.
Oh yeah, that's better. I think that's better than what's her name? Absolutely.
Hopefully you pick up both of them because you can play them on curve.
Oh yeah,
that'd be.
Yeah. And get to bolster one of them.
Yeah, bolster the double strike.
Yeah. Artful Maneuver, 1 white and 1. It's an instant. Target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn with rebounds. Now, I wasn't around.
I believe Dave was asking if our phone was on
That is
silent.
my apologies.
When we told him
Yeah, it's my day. Sorry, guys.
Oh
Oh my gosh.
I wasn't around, or I didn't play, I should say, when Rebound was first printed. So who can tell me how good Rebound actually is? Is it worth playing with?
It's pretty strong.
Yeah, I remember cards like Distortion Strike, the +1/+1 unblockable from blue with rebound.
Yep.
Was good with the infect decks.
Yeah.
There was that burn spell with rebound as well.
Yeah, Stagger
Shot was awesome.
Yeah.
I was always quite a fan of Consuming Vapors. That was always sweet. I don't think it was played very much, but I just
it's played a little bit.
It was played with the field control lists. The blue black control list was very good because your opponent couldn't commit to the board if it was played.
Yeah.
So target opponent sacrifice creature, you gain lucky goods toughness.
Yep.
With rebound, so they obviously can't commit something decent to the board, and you just get to untap what your land and pass again.
So bringing it back to this card, then you wrote about this card.
I did. I was talking about how I'm not sure if it's good enough for the blue-white heroic decks. But just having one card that gets you two heroic triggers.
Yeah, I think in limited it's a great card.
Yeah, it's pretty good in limited.
Rebound interacts well with prowess because you're actually outcasting the spell. So on the following turn, you cast the spell or your prowess guys trigger.
Very sweet.
Aven Sunstriker, 2 white and 1 for a 1/1 flying double strike with Megamorph. Remember in the last pre-release, I said I wanted the third morph to begin with M. I'm actually disappointed that it's Megamorph.
Why?
I wanted just a different word other than morph in there. But what do you guys think of the card?
I think this guy is pretty solid. Like the +1/+1 counter with Megamorph does interact really well with Double Strike.
Mm.
And it has evasion. It's a good limited pick.
I think he's fine.
Um,
I'm not excited.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's not going to see constructed play, but you'll be happy to draft it.
I'm not excited to draft it.
Yeah,
No.
I'm sorry.
Like it's fine, but
Yeah, I'm in the boat. I don't particularly like.
I mean, if
this
you've got to
stuff
draft
too
it,
much.
you'll draft it and you'll probably
yeah,
play it,
like
but-
I'd play it.
If you're committed to this very early, and that's where you are, then yeah, this is really good. Like, but outside of
This
that,
guy does interact well with the bolster as well.
Yeah.
So
sure.
Aven Tactician, 1 white and 4 for a 2/3. Bird Soldier. Flies, and whenever it enters the battlefield, bolster 1. So essentially you might get a 3/4.
Yeah.
For 5
with flying.
with flying.
Just fine.
Yeah, just fine. Like,
Yeah, this guy's alright. I probably like this guy better than
yeah.
Sunstriker. Yeah, whatever it was called.
It's better than the Sunstrike.
Yeah.
Alright, our next one is Battle Mastery, 1 white and 2 enchantment aura, enchant creature. And it has double strike.
Quick can be happy with this one.
yeah,
This is a quick guide.
Yeah.
Quick will definitely enjoy playing this.
I can't imagine ever playing this.
No. It's one of those clear 2-for-1s, I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, move on.
Every day.
Yeah. Center Soul, 1 white and 1 instant. Target creature you control gains protection of the color of your choice until end of turn with rebound.
Sweet.
So it's our God's Willing without the scry. With rebound.
I think this is pretty good. Limited.
Yeah.
Like limited wise, this is very good.
Yes, very, very good for limited. You can have an unblockable dude the following turn at least.
Yeah,
protects
It's
you by
a
1 turn and
huge-
unblockable.
It's a huge blowout.
Yeah.
In certain aspects. Standard, I don't think so.
Yeah, I think
I do not see
I think
this as standard.
standard has enough better.
Look at his reaction there. He's just.
He's swaggering.
Yeah.
He is swaggering.
Champion of Irration, 1 white and 3 for a 3/2 with lightning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I
Moving
think that's
on.
all you need to say. I don't think we need to say too much.
Yeah.
This is slightly worse than average because there are so many 2/2s out there.
Yeah.
And it costs more than most of those 2/2s.
Yeah, for sure.
Alright. Dragon Hunter, 1 white for a 2/1 with protection from dragons. And Dragon Hunter can block dragons as though it had reach. So you're going to put this guy out here in limited and you get to block your opponent's dragons all day.
Yes. This guy's excellent.
That's very good.
That's very cool. And
For a start, he's a 2/1 for 1.
Yeah.
Which
yeah,
is
yeah,
not
you
terrible.
You can beat
That's-
down and
that's
then like
absolutely
block
fine.
dragons.
Yeah.
Where I'm like,
Yeah.
So he's
Two-
never going to be irrelevant.
Yeah, 2 1s for 1 played in every format, arguably.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I am always amazed by how many Savannah lines with the upsize get printed nowadays because
Savannah Lions in the day was the bomb.
yeah,
2/1 for 1, vanilla. Yeah, let's play that.
This guy's great. Like, especially limited, this guy will be very, very good.
In Constructed, could it be a sideboard card if dragons become a thing?
If there's a dragon stand,
yeah,
Yeah,
this is
potentially.
this is
Yeah.
the sideboard for that.
it's awkward. It doesn't block Stormbreath Dragon.
It can't look so
Pro white.
Well, we only have to worry about Stormbreath for another few
You
months.
can't get no,
Yeah, no,
pro white.
yeah,
Yeah, it doesn't. You can't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
there's
that-
no possible way.
Yeah, they can't do anything.
Sure.
Yeah.
You can block Sarkin.
But that's cool.
Yeah.
That's
Okay. What by a 1 cost white answer? It's all done.
Dragon's Ice Sentry, 1 white for a 1/3 defender with first strike.
Don't play it.
It's a card in there to make the good players better.
Oh god, it's got defender. This
Yeah.
card's
Yeah.
horrible.
I imagine
I was like, hang on,
sideboarding it, it's like really, really lowly round aggressive.
Yeah,
Falling out
Yes.
first kind of place.
Yeah, like
Goblin Blades.
yeah, it's a good like one-liner answer to that kind of thing, but you're not going to want to main.
It's going to be very, very linear.
Yeah.
Very, very linear for
Yeah.
that card to be actually like sideboardable.
Dromoka Captain, 1 white and 2 for a 1/1 with first strike. Whenever Dromoka Captain attacks, bolster 1.
It's quite strong.
So it theoretically can bolster 1 every turn, depending on the board state.
Limited wise,
Yep,
this card's actually pretty good.
And the first strike just makes it so strong. Every time it attacks, it grows and
Yeah.
it's hard to block.
Yeah,
against
that's
So the
what
first
other
time you
cards.
attack with it, theoretically you've got a 2/2 first strike.
And
I don't have an issue with this card actually. I think this card's fine.
and the fact that it'll make some of your other creatures bigger as well. Like yeah, this is sweet.
Cool looking thing too. It's kind of like a
It's got the whole chariot thing
Alien
happening.
Fencer from Line Fencer's doing a very similar thing.
I can see that. Dromoka Doomcaster for 1 white. It's a 0/2 human wizard. 0/2. 1 white and 1. Tap target creature without flying. I don't want to play that.
It'll have its uses, but there are so many creatures with flying in this format.
Yeah.
And let's not talk about constructed.
No. We're moving on.
Yeah.
Dromoka Warrior. 1 white and 1 for a 3/1 vanilla.
I played this guy in my Seal deck at GB Auckland.
Was it any good?
Moving
We're going to take that as a no.
Yeah, like if you're playing, there's lots of decks where you're gonna need
Yeah, it's
like aggressive creatures.
Yeah,
It's
it's
three-
really
three power.
aggressive creature.
It's 3 power for 2 mana, which
Yeah.
if you're playing an aggressive deck, that's all you could want it for.
Yeah.
It's not amazing, but it's above the
It's definitely not
It
amazing.
trades up.
1 white and 1, Echoes of the Kin Tree enchantment and then for 1 white and 2, bolster 1.
Cute. Cute is the word I use. I don't think
It's a mana sink.
It's kind of niche. Yeah, it's a mana sink.
Yeah, it's kind of just
It kind of does. It's awkward. It's clunky. It
Mm.
doesn't do much if you got no creatures. You'd rather draw a creature
Yeah.
half the time.
yeah. I can't really see myself playing this
No.
unless I didn't have enough cards to play.
Yeah.
Or you're just like super late blue white kind of thing.
Enduring Victory for 1 white and 4 instant. Destroy target attacking or blocking creature, bolster 1.
Unlimited.
Yeah, removal.
Removal unlimited.
Yep.
Nothing wrong with it.
You can get some 2/4s out of that as well with the bolster.
Paralysis.
Bolster another one of you guys, block, kill their
Yeah.
second attacker.
Yeah.
Yep. I can see that.
Cool looking card.
Fate Forgotten, 1 white and 2 instant. Exile target artifact or enchantment.
You need this kind of removal unlimited, then it's fine.
Yeah.
Strictly sideboard, but
Outside of standard, there's no.
Yeah, standard has a race.
Yeah.
And other artifacts.
How much longer do we have a race for?
it's in cards.
It's in cards, so we've got
It's
it
in
forever.
cards. Yeah, so we've got it.
Or sports cards. It's got the Jeskai monk on it. Sure.
Yeah, so we've got it for as long as
We've got
As
this.
long as we've got that.
Dragons
Dragons
rotates
is going to
down
stay
after.
for another 6 months.
We lose cards and fate
Although
to the new rotation. So
Erase is a pretty basic effect. There'll be a similar card
Yeah,
printed in
yeah.
the next couple
Often
of sets.
reprinted.
Yeah,
Glaring Aegis for 1 white. There seems to be a lot of 1 white cards in this. Very cheap. Enchantment Aura. Enchant creature. When Glaring Aegis enters the battlefield, tap target creature an opponent controls. Enchanted creature gets +1/+3. We're just moving on.
look, the
I
fact
think
that
effect's pretty
the
good
fact
for
that
one.
it's 1 mana and it has that effect, so
Yeah.
it makes it a bit better. Like
I mean, that does do 2 things for the 1 mana.
Unfortunately, it's just like generally not the card that you want to play. It's just not the effects you're looking for.
Yeah.
it's decent if you are beating down. If you've got an aggressive deck, you just
Yeah,
it adds a
yeah.
power to the board. It removes a blocker for a turn.
you
Paralysis
put it on
as
your
well.
3/1 and you got a 4/4.
Oh yeah, baby. There's value. Value people. Value.
Gleam of Authority for 1 white and 1 enchantment aura enchant creature. Enchanting creature gets +1/+1 for each +1/+1 counter on other creatures you control. Enchanted creature has vigilance and for 1 white tap bolster 1. So it does a few things. It is a rare.
That's pretty awesome. Limited.
Yeah, it's very cheap.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't mind it.
I think it's
auras have to be pretty good to be played. In general.
It still seems very niche to me, despite the fact that it does a whole lot of stuff. It can put bolster +1/+1 counters on other creatures, and then
If you've drafted a deck full of +1/+1 counters,
Yep.
This is a lot of power that adds to the board.
I feel like being able to, like say on your turn 2 playing a bear, then turn 3 being able to play this, and then attacking, and you can still bolster
yeah,
on the turn that you play. So you're attacking for a 3/3 effectively.
Yeah.
I think this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those cards you really want to like in limited. You want to be able to play and test and see if this card is actually like first pick, or if this card is actually like a bomb,
Yeah.
or if it's just a cute interaction, like
Yeah.
does this format have too much removal? Is that because if it does, then this card's not going to be able to be played.
I do really like how, as you alluded to, it both grants vigilance and attack ability.
Yeah, the vigilance is what tells me. for
Yeah,
this.
so-
because you get to do both.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
you
yeah,
don't-
you
don't
get
have
to
choose.
You get to bash, and you can still bolster.
Graceblade Artisan for 1 white and 2 for a 2/3 human monk. Graceblade Artisan gets +2/+2 for each aura attached to it. Just attach that last thing
Yeah,
to
great.
this guy.
That's a gigantic.
Yeah.
It looks like a power ranger gun. I want quick card. But I don't know what else to say. It says aura and
Yeah.
box on that. It's,
It is a 2/3 for 3, so it blocks morphs.
it's witches familiar in white.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah,
Good old
so
frogs. Love the frogs.
like this is a curve filler. If you can get the bonus of the aura thing, then yay. But
How many
That's it.
auras do you need to play in limited for you to try to work around this? Like if you've drafted 2 of these, how many auras do you want to play?
I'm probably just playing this guy to fill my curve and not caring
I
about
think if
the
you were
others.
actually on that plane, you'd want like 7 to 8, maybe 6, 7, 8.
Yeah.
6 at least.
6 at least.
This guy's good with Jesper Rumor.
Yeah, that's for sure. It's coming in for 6. That's 6,
6,
right?
7, 5.
Yeah, okay, that's pretty dope.
Great Teacher's Decree, 1 white and 3 sorcery. Creatures you control get +2/+1 until end of turn with rebound.
2 turns worth of overrun in a way.
Yeah. It's good with the aggressive black cards that we've seen
Yeah.
previously.
If you pick up a few of the token creators, it's pretty solid.
Yeah, I feel like just it's exactly the same as Russia Battle, like 90% the same as Russia Battle with an upside.
Yeah.
Um,
So basically you're just trying to put out all your mini 1 drops, 2 drops that we've
Just
seen
curve.
so far.
just curve out
And then turn 4, whack this out,
Yeah.
bash in the next turn and hope you win.
yeah, being able
Pretty
to
much.
untap and do something on the turn 5. Obviously, this is resolving your upkeep, but still being able to do something, having access to turn 5, so you attack with say 3 guys if you kept out correctly and play something on turn 5 could be really really strong. Definitely forces your opponent onto the like a very hard defense.
Yeah.
If you've kept out, right, you actually play it.
What's it like playing against rebound, knowing that this spell is going to happen again next turn?
It's, I suppose it's, if you're in a bad spot, it's horrible. Like it's like your worst nightmare.
Yeah.
To know that they get this effect
Which
for free.
For free.
it
That's
feels like a
nightmare.
free card draw.
Yeah.
Where-
Yeah, and this is such a powerful effect for that. So like +2/+1, if they've got any added effects like prowess or something, +3/+2 on a creature for free.
Yeah.
That card is so you have a 3/2 for free. It's very strong.
Mm.
In that retrospect.
I don't know if I'm ready to say that's a first pick card, but
No,
I think
not
it's
at
a
all.
very strong
Yeah.
card.
Herald of Ramoka for 1 white and 1. It's a 2/2 human warrior with vigilance. Other warriors you control also have vigilance.
Yeah, cool.
It's fun.
Yeah.
2/2.
Most of the time it's just going to be a bear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bear
So,
with vigilance is fine.
you pick up one other warrior, and it's just
Yeah, if
that
you
much
get
better.
any
there
value
are
out
enough
of this,
there are enough random warriors in this set
There is, isn't
and
there?
in the last set
Sure.
that you probably get value off his ability.
yeah.
Yeah. Hidden Dragon Slayer, 1 white and 1 for a 2/1 human warrior with lifelink. It's got Megamorph for 1 white and 2. When Hidden Dragon Slayer is turned face up, destroy target creature with power 4 or greater and opponent control. So you're looking to kill a dragon.
Yep.
And then whacking for a 2, gain 2 life.
This guy's good.
If you kill a dragon, you'll get 3/2.
Yeah.
Big turn face up.
Because for Megamorph, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
fine as
Wider
a
solid
2/1 for 2 with lifelink.
I've noticed,
he's good for 5 mana.
Yep.
Oh, for 6 mana, sorry.
I've noticed a few of these Megamorph creatures, they've got a very efficient Megamorph cost,
Yeah.
which
Definitely the better one.
this is a pretty good one.
Yeah.
This
And
guy's awesome.
the fact that you have the option to cast him as a 2-drop,
Yeah.
Is-
Just good tempo
is
play
good.
and good option to, like, I suppose answer your opponent's threat. Like your their best threat.
Yeah.
It's a good card.
Yeah. I don't think.
Kills a Siege Runner.
I don't think he's good enough. But
Kills the
he was
season,
he was
right?
in
You're right.
the Brian Branduin White Devotion deck He was testing it.
Did it seem like it did
Good for the
anything?
pride room.
Did it seem like it did anything?
It seemed like it could have done some things decent. Like he was playing it with mastery against things,
So it's just like always.
so he manifests certain.
Gains life.
Okay.
So
That's
Um,
okay. That's
actually, I think
very cute.
I think this
Very
interacts
cute.
pretty well with manifest cards.
Lightwalker, 1 light and 1 for a 2/1 for a human warrior. Lightwalker is flying as long as it has a +1/+1 counter on it.
Goes fine.
Yeah.
It's
This
pretty,
is-
it's
yeah.
pretty easy to put a +1/+1 counter on them as well.
Attacking
Especially if you're playing, white in limited.
Well,
Yep.
especially, I mean, obviously not right now, but and the last couple of creatures that we've commented on have all been 2 power 2-drops. It's super prevalent in this limited format.
Yeah.
This guy just sits there, and I mean, obviously he's got text, 2 power text for 2.
Yeah, if you give him flying, then he's heaps better than all
Oh,
the other
yeah.
drops.
Well, he's
One-
going to
one
be a
counter.
3/2 with fire, then, isn't he?
Exactly.
Which is pretty good for 2 mana.
And you're in the limited format.
Misthoof Kirin for 1 white and 2 Megamorph for 1 white and 1.
Yes, that's sweet.
It's pretty good.
It's got like a rocket shooting.
Look at flying go. That thing is rad. Yeah, no, that's a sweet card. I like it.
Yeah, it's good card.
Are there any other Kirins? His creature type is Kirin.
I love
Yeah,
that.
Yeah.
that's been showing up a fair bit.
There's a big. That's a horse, isn't it? Oh, that's the
the same
Kieran.
thing. It's just got like things flopping up its
The
head.
Alabaster Kieran doesn't look nearly as cool as Flying Rocket. Go.
Yeah, it's like much smaller art and it's in like a weird pose. or
Yeah,
something.
it's very
Like,
sure. I've
like
never-
stuff over it.
Never really looked
Yeah,
at
this one's like right up in the front of
He's coming at
Freaking
you.
rockets going at him. So
it.
yeah, he's good.
Myth Realize for 1 white enchantment. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a law counter on it. For 1 white and 2, you can also put a law counter on it. And for 1 white, until end of turn, Myth Realize becomes a monk avatar creature in addition to its other types and gains this creature's power and toughness are equal to the number of law counters on it. Now, normally when I see a card and it says put law counters on it, or put fate counters on it, or put this counter on it, I just discard it straight away and go, yeah, this is terrible. But I actually think this card's pretty good.
This card's actually been getting a bit of hype for the Eternal formats.
Yeah, alright.
Like Legacy and Vintage. Because,
Sure.
I was thinking modern, but
yeah, even modern, just because with all the free spells, you can, in a creature-like strategy, you can get a pretty gigantic answer.
You need modern what decks?
Oh, I haven't really read the modern
Okay, sure.
hype, but like I feel like
People say
it could be
Sure.
a contender for.
But you were
modern
talking.
decks, yeah.
Sorry, you were talking about Blue White Delver.
yeah, I was talking about blue white Delver.
Yep.
Because you've got Path Exile, you've got Gitaxian Probe,
Yep.
Serum Visions,
Sure.
all really cheap things that
Just
are
can't
going to keep putting counters on this.
Yep.
If you're worried about things like Lightning Bolt,
Mhm.
don't activate it till it's got 4 counters on it.
Yeah.
It can just sit there for a while. Yeah, Abrupt Decay kills it.
It dodges a lot of removal. In modern, abrupt decay
Okay, probably kind of thing.
is abrupt decay and path are like the things that are going to kill it first.
Yeah.
Sure.
Um,
What do you think?
I'm just not excited.
No excited?
I don't know.
Say anything in regard, like,
Oh,
what about
yeah.
limited? What about limited?
Yeah, limited. This card's awesome.
This is
Yeah, like
first
early
pick,
game,
right?
you just like build it up. But
This is first pick, right?
yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Like early game, you're just gonna build it up, and then when you can just get in.
Yeah.
You put 1 mana and on turn 4 or whatever, and then and you can play
Kind of
free
a-
roll.
In limited, you draw your 7, you see this in your first opening hand, you just go, yeah, life's pretty good.
It's very kind of like Master of the Unseen.
Yeah,
in,
it's
in a way. Of
Yeah,
how it
it's
plays
just
out.
that it's, yeah, like I like mastery in that it's an enchantment, but it puts other permanents into play.
Yeah.
Where this, it's all in on the 1 card, so
Yeah.
1 removal spell, and you wasted all your work.
And it's a combo within itself, really.
Yeah,
I actually want to try this out in my modern white prison deck. I know that's very antsy for a lot of people, but it's the entire deck. The entire deck is not creatures, and it's just going to get law counters every time. So
yeah, it does interact well. It interacts well with a lot of those like enchantment kind of strategies
Mm.
because it's a 1-drop enchantment that does something.
What are you playing this weekend? What are you playing this weekend?
I
You gonna play that?
could play this if it was out.
Sure.
Jutai Exemplars. I apologise for any mispronunciation.
that.
Uh, 2 white and 2 for a 4/4 human monk. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, choose one. Tap target creature, or Exemplars gains first strike and lifelink till end of turn, or exile Exemplars and then return it to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control. I think this card's awesome.
This card is awesome.
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Where?
I don't know exactly, but it's just a lot of the other cards that seem powerful that don't have a home. This card seems a lot more powerful that doesn't have a home. Just that it does so much.
It has a lot of applications. That's correct.
I think it's in the blue-white control. At the very least in the sideboard against aggressive matchups, because you get that first strike and likely, and you can back it up with counters, cantrips. When we get to blue, there's an excellent new cantrip coming up, and things like that.
I'm not sold on that.
Plus, you can flicker it if you want to, so you can block.
Yeah. I don't
Flicker
know,
it in and out.
maybe. The tap is very interesting.
I feel like
It's a lot to it. Like,
There
it's a
is
lot.
a
This card
lot
can go
to stuff.
very deep.
And it's a 4/4 for 4 for a start.
Yeah, the 4/4
with
for
3
4.
different abilities
Yeah.
that you can, and you don't have to use. You can use multiples in one turn.
It's
depending
very
on what you
interesting.
cast.
This card could be one of those cards that just spirals out of control and becomes a 4 in X deck, makes a deck, and wins.
Yeah.
Like, this card could very much do that.
or
it could be
that
nothing.
deck might not exist.
Yeah,
Like, it might not
Yeah,
have
that's,
the
that's
key
right.
support
Yeah,
card.
exactly.
in it.
Or it might just
Yeah.
be nothing. This card could be like the bombest of bombs when it comes to limited. But
Yeah, this card is amazing.
oh yeah, this
So
card is this card is the dank. Like, it's the best. I
mean,
mean, limited
it's
is one of the best. But
such a great choice of effects to staple onto any non-creature spell.
Oh, absolutely. It's like if someone stokes, well, I'll just flicker it. It's a 4/4, so it gets above lightning strike. It gets above magma jet.
it is a very.
I mean, if you have instant spells in the shed, and this is out in the field, any of their removal, apart from board sweepers, is pretty much pointless against it.
I think I'll be. I've been on the blue-white train for a little while now, and like I said, I'm not sold on it in the blue-white, but it'd be interesting. Like I said, this has the card. This is like one of the cards that has the potential to just go, I'm the best card in the set.
Yeah.
And it has the potential to go, I'm nothing. Like, I just don't have a home.
I feel like if it's going to go and say like the blue-white Auras deck, it's going to change the deck.
It'll definitely morph. There's no list right now that even looks at.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I think there is once this set comes out.
It could have the potential for a slightly slower strategy that's still quite powerful.
Because I believe once this set comes out, blue-white control is going to be really a tier 1 deck.
A lot better. A lot more viable. We'll start with a lot more viable and we'll go from there. Sorry, put words in
That's right. You can put a word in my mouth and pronounce this card for me.
Orator of Ojutai.
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 There we go.
Ojutai.
That's how we're doing it. We're doing the French accent. Ojutai.
The spice.
It's a 0/4 for 1 white and 1 bird monk. As an additional cost to cast Orator of Ojutai, you may reveal a dragon card from your hand. Defender flying. When it enters the battlefield, if you revealed a dragon card or controlled a dragon card as you cast it, draw a card. So it's a 0/4 flying defender for 2 as a start.
The upside of Wall of Omens of having flying, but the downside of having a requirement to draw a card.
So it's worse.
I don't think it's. I don't want to be playing this card, actually. I'm going to talk about that now. The more I think about it, which I've just started thinking
There's
about,
a lot of text there to wrap your head around.
I don't want to be playing this card.
I feel like it might have its place in certain limited decks. The dragon-based deck in Constructed won't want this card. If such a deck exists.
You said we won't want this card.
Well, it won't want this
Won't
card
want it.
because
Yeah, I
we'll be
agree.
playing giant dragons.
But don't you want to draw cards?
Oh, I like drawing cards.
So
I don't think
that the whole third paragraph of this is actually irrelevant.
So it's a flying wall of blossoms if you reveal a dragon.
Maybe like a more controlling dragon strategy.
I can't imagine any deck that's going to play enough dragons for you to draw a card off this, but you want to play this on turn 2.
Yeah.
So you need to be like base white.
Yeah.
What base white deck is playing enough dragons to get a card off this? Like, it's just not going to be as good as other decks.
Ojutai Dragon Lord is a real thing. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm saying like, but if you play 4 of
Here
those,
we go.
then and 4 of these,
Okay.
like it doesn't do anything.
Okay.
It's just useless.
I'm on your boat. I'm in the boat.
Pacifism, 1 white, 1 other enchantment, aura,
Yep.
reprint. We love it in limited. We do.
I just want to.
Actually looks cool.
I just want to draw attention to the new flavor text this pacifism has.
Okay, that's
If I fight, I might step on a butterfly. That would be sad. Profound Journey for 2 white and 5 sorcery. Return target permanent card from your graveyard to the battlefield with rebound.
Do you know the articles that you do? You should play this card for Commander.
Yep.
Yeah, this card's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Commander wise,
I like it for Commander, and that's about it.
Oh yeah.
So expensive.
Yeah, I can't see this card being. This card actually
Commander?
limited draft. If you were going to be like Robert Walls, Super Spice, then this card could be the rock bomb. But outside of that, no, just no.
Yeah.
I can see myself if I'm drafting down draft, I open my first pack and I see this is the rare. I can see myself taking it and trying to build around it. Like maybe more at an F&M than say day 2 of a GP.
Yeah.
But if I'm at F&M, then I'm more likely to play around with this kind of thing.
Yeah. I like this card in
Not these rubbing
anything.
anything in at all.
No soul.
Just rub that soul.
Alright, Radiant Purge. Purge. 1 white and 1 instant. Exile target multicolored creature or multicolored enchantment.
Sideboard.
Yeah.
You have all decks playing white right now, plus control decks.
Yeah.
It answers some heavily played cards.
It's a lot better than Renounce the Guilds, which was played for a while in the blue-white control lists of Ravnica to counteract the mono green. The green red lists that just trumped it for a couple of months there. But this is
A good answer.
To draw green specifically.
It kills Sidisi, it kills Siege Rhino, Butcher of the Horde, any of the Dragon Lords.
Just for ascendancy.
Yes, it's very good, but like to main board this is to risk a lot.
I think this is the kind of card that if you main deck this, you know your meta very well.
Oh, absolutely.
And you know that it's going to be good against
most
of the decks.
There are no Rabble Masters.
Resupply for 1 white and 5 instant. You gain 6 life and get to draw a card.
I looked at this today, quickly at work, and I was like, oh my god.
For your control deck.
This was great. You gain 6 life draw, and then it costs 6. Like, okay, yeah, ship that, go again.
I think I had
like 3.
I think I had that feeling a couple of the times when I looked at the
Holy
card.
Reinforcement is a real card. It costs 3. Okay, like I can live the dream again, right? No, apparently not. This thing is 6. It's terrible.
I think I had that exact kind of reaction a few times where I'd read the text and just go, man, this card's really good. Then I'd read the mana cost and I'd just go, no.
Sandcrafter Mage. 1 white and 2 for a human wizard for a 2/2. When Sandcrafter Mage enters the battlefield, bolster 1. I just want to say first up, I read the name Sandcrafter Mage. And I read Sandcrafter Mage and I went, oh, this is going to be awesome. And then read the rest of it. And I was disappointed.
A limited card.
So disappointed.
It looks boss.
It does.
It looks really good.
It's just like throwing sand in his opponent's eyes.
He's a mad
What a dog.
Like,
No,
I
he's-
just had visions of Snapcaster Mage, you know, revisited.
I was just about to tell a story where I remember one of my mates telling me about the name. And it turns out it was you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this guy's fine. Limited.
Yeah.
Just like a 3/3 for 3.
Yeah.
It's fine. Like that's very.
You're
good.
always going to play that.
If you can pump your flyer instead.
Absolutely.
Sandstorm Charger. 1 white and 4.
Wait, 1 sec. The 2 mana, 2/1, when you get it +1/+1 counter gets flying.
Yeah.
Yeah, that into that guy.
Oh, that's dope.
And then you bolster onto him.
That's gas. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
3 in for 3 flying on 10.
Got it.
That's
And-
actually
and-
gas.
solves the
and-
format.
got it.
That's actually
With
really
no
solid.
one has to play now. Dragons of Tarkir.
Yeah,
You've worked
it's
it
all
out.
hard.
Oh, Howard broke the format, people.
Sandstorm Charger for 1 white and 4. For a 3/4 Megamorph for 1 white and 4. So the same as its casting cost.
It reminds me of like War Beast. Like you'll play it if you have to, but you're not happy about it.
Well, in Dragons of Tarkir Limited, the morph cards were just so much better than they looked. Like even the vanilla morph cards.
Mm.
So I'm just expecting that will probably happen again, where people will play this just because it's got Megamorph.
Yep.
And they'll play it over like the similar kind of card that doesn't have Megamorph.
Would you be happy to play this though? Do you think?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
So on base assumption, like right now, before we play this card, would you be happy to play it?
I'd be happy. Like I wouldn't be happy to pick this card in say the first 4 or 5 picks of my draft or something like that, but I'd happy to have it in my deck.
I mean, if you Megamorph it, it is a 4/5.
Sure.
And that's
Okay, that's fine. Yeah,
A,
that's
a,
fine. 4/5 is
a lot has to be
like glacial
said
stalker.
Yeah,
about the
like,
option.
Okay, solid. Yeah, okay, that's solved.
This card just seems so much worse,
Yeah.
but it's like exactly
Yeah,
the
I
same
retract
thing.
everything I said. The glacial stalker is actually fine.
Yeah.
And this
And it
one's
allows you to curve out in turn 3 with the morph. So.
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, like
He just doesn't look exciting.
So,
It
so
does
much,
look
so much
exciting.
has to be said about the option of either playing it on turn 3, playing on turn 5, or some sort of combination.
Yeah. Scale Blessing for 1 white and 3. Instant. Bolster 1. Then put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control with a +1/+1 counter. So you're getting a 2 +1/+1 counters theoretically.
This card could be gas.
Yeah, you're playing this.
Oh, sorry, minimum. You're getting 2 +1/+1 counters.
Yeah.
You're playing this in a specific deck, but in that deck, it's amazing.
Yeah,
It doesn't fit in every white deck.
like Sandcraft and Age.
Yeah.
Any nature. What else could anything that says bolter on it in this thing?
Yeah.
That seems fun.
Secure the Wastes. 1 white and X. Instant. Put X
That's
1/1
This card.
white warrior creature tokens onto the battlefield.
Ridiculous.
It's a very simple card,
This,
isn't it?
this card will see standard place
This card's
somewhere.
Yep.
This card can be like 1, 2, maybe even 3 of in decks that just this card is just better than like the 57th, 58th, 59th, 60th card in
Yeah.
those lists.
So could it find a home in like Green White Devotion? Where
I
it just
hope
makes an army of dudes
I hope not.
with your
Yeah.
with
Maybe in
the,
the sideboard.
I'm with you. Like I can see it in that deck,
Yeah.
but I hope I don't have to play.
I mean,
like someone
you
plays
resolve-
this and makes 21/1 creatures at the end of your turn, and then I just go attack it.
Well, if you play this, say you play Green White Devotion against say something. I've been playing Mardu for a while, and you play this out of the sideboard, and you just resolve this for like X. I just die. Like,
But
X
yeah,
being
but
17.
Well,
X being 17.
Yeah.
Like X being like 6. You just can't win. It's instant. This is a
Hodling
joke.
Hodling Outburst is just so strong in so many matchups
Yeah.
because people will 1-for-1 against each individual token.
They have to.
Now, shut me down if this is a bad idea. Is it a finisher in blue white control? End of their turn, you've got like
Yeah.
you know 20 odd mana out. You make an army.
Yeah, it's just like
It's so
White Sun's Zenith.
Yeah.
Sort of
Yeah.
doesn't have to shuffle and then
Yeah, I
White Sun was
can
great.
see I can see consideration for that.
I mean, I'm not the blue
I
white
actually-
control player, so that's why I pose the question.
I can see it in Jeskai Ascendancy decks as well.
Yeah, just got tendency.
Yeah.
For when, like I said, there's 58, 59, 60 card. It could replace like a 1 Raising Alarm. Or I don't know. No, probably just 1 Raising Alarm. I'm pretty sure that Raising Alarm is the worst card, the worst card in the 60 for that list. So Secure could come in over that. It's very strong, though. Very strong.
Shieldhide Dragon for 1 white and 5. You get a 3/3 flying lifelink dragon. It's got Megamorph for 2 white and 5. When Shieldhide Dragon turns face up, put a +1/+1 counter on each other dragon creature you control.
The Megamorph's pretty hefty.
Mm.
I
There's
think-
a whole cycle of these ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you'd just be playing this for most of the time for just a bad dragon. Maybe.
Yep.
Yeah,
Mm.
if you need a dragon.
Yeah, if you need a
I
dragon,
think this guy's fine.
Like if it was a
It's
4/4,
exciting.
I'd be going yeah,
it's a
but it's a
3.
3/3.
It's a 3/3. That's the thing
That's-
that kills me about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, that's
There was a
okay.
0/4 flying wall before the.
Yeah, like the cycle of dragons in Fate Reforged was a bunch of 6-cost 4/4s, and people were happy to play the 6-cost 4/4s with text.
Yeah.
This is a 6-cost 3/3 with text.
And the text is only relevant if you more.
Well, yeah, textless. It's a flying lifelink 3/3 for 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd rather play Fate Reforged Dragon probably.
if I have enough other dragons in my draft, because there are a lot of them,
Yeah.
I might
But
consider.
you still need to be playing 7 to turn that thing up. Like,
Yeah, but like
just playing
it's
another dragon for 7.
it's a pretty high bar for me to play, but
Yeah.
I can see
Yeah, I
if,
can see
if I've
it.
got a lot of dragons.
In limited, I sort of find that you can only play one 7 drop, and
Yeah,
even
well,
then it's a real stretch.
That one
And
does.
that's not my 7 drop.
That-
obviously.
That's really a 3 drop. Like if you view it as a 7 drop,
It's
you're
more-
viewing it as a 3 drop
Yeah,
with
that's
late
fair.
game potential.
It does have flying on life link as well, so it does get you 3 life per turn about 6% of the time. You know, you can probably attack it.
This cycle of those 5 uncommon dragons with Megamorph was designed to be dragons you can play earlier on in the game.
Yep.
Because you can just cast them 3, because most of the dragons are, with some exceptions, they cost like 5, 6 or whatever.
No. Silk Wrap, 1 white and 1 enchantment. When Silk Wrap enters the battlefield, exile target creature with converted mana cost 3 or less than opponent controls until Silk Wrap leaves the battlefield.
Blue white control, so we'll definitely consider this card.
Yeah.
Absolutely, and also other iterations. Red white, Mardu, green white, one over white. Anything with white is kind of sweet, especially game 1. Against all right, this card is really good.
I like the art most.
Yeah,
Very
I love the flavor and the text, like better scarves than scars. Like,
That's such an Andy Strang kind of thing to say. Off the nose. Oh, heavy.
Strong Arm Monk, 1 white and 4 for a 3/3 human monk. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn.
Yeah, this is pretty good.
That's not bad.
this is just
Yeah.
solid. Yeah.
Yeah. In limited, I'd play that.
What was it? More evolves with that. Did you do a very similar thing? Sacrifice creature and your team
Yeah.
gets bigger?
Yeah.
Yeah, just a better more evolves with that. And that card was like pretty
Yeah,
fine.
that
to
card
play.
was awesome because you play a bunch of tokens.
Yeah, of course. So the format was different, but
Yeah.
still, it's kind of.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm happy to play that card. Limited.
Student of Ajutai, 1 white and 3 for a 2/4 human monk. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you gain 2 life.
He's not bad.
That's alright.
exciting.
This is fine.
Not bad. Not great.
It blocks more face down creatures.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very well. It interacts well with combat tricks.
The 4 toughness is generically good.
Yeah.
Like in this kind of format, it's hard for people to take it down with just their commons and stuff like that.
Yeah, I can
Pretty good card to outclass this in combat.
I can see you gaining 8 to 10 life.
I think gaining 2 to 4
Yeah.
even in this is fine. If you gain 8 to 10, this thing is so much like you're getting.
It's doing a lot.
You're
of
getting.
work.
I feel like you're getting 200% value.
That's like all of your instances. Or
Yeah.
Well, with Rebound there.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, so okay, so 4 to 6 maybe.
Sun Scorch Regent for 2 white and 3 for a 4/3 dragon with flying. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, put +1/+1 counter on Sun Scorch Regent, and you gain 1 life. This guy, love this guy.
People were talking about this in the blue-white control list.
I don't see it.
Going back to it again, I don't like it at all.
No, this is much worse than Prognostics thing.
This is
and
much worse than-
Dragon Lord.
Yeah,
You can't-
exactly.
Like,
that is what I want to reiterate. This is the worst 5 drop that we have,
yeah.
and this thing is a bomb in limited.
Yeah,
This
That's
this
great
is
standard.
slam first pick.
There is
This-
no way you play this in standard.
It's absolutely strong and limited. It's one of those cards where I read it and I just want it to be good in constructed somewhere, but because it does cool
Mono
things. But
Yeah. No, it's not talking.
yeah, it's just not gonna.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
just
I
not
open
gonna
the
feel
pack in
good
limited and I see this, I'm going, yeah,
It's
today's
on.
my lucky day.
Yeah.
This card's awesome.
It's sucking.
Surge of Righteousness for 1 white and 1 instant, destroy target black or red creature that's attacking or blocking, you gain 2 life.
This thing's pretty close.
That's all I have to say. Is this the fist is in the air? This thing is great.
Yep.
Go. Good card. Very good card.
Territorial Rock for 1 white and 1, 1/3 flyer. It's a bird.
Yeah.
And that's also our
Final what?
Final white card.
This is
Nothing after T.
What about this one, Tyler?
yeah. That's alright.
It's not exciting. It's alright in like a defensive limited deck where you want to block their.
You're going
features.
late. You're going later. This seems like okay. I suppose 3 toughness kind of blocks more.
Yeah,
So that's the most important thing, right?
yeah.
And I
That's
suppose there was a lot of 2 power 1 toughness guys in white from this set.
Yeah.
That this thing just trumps.
I think he's fine.
That's
There's
right.
also just like real average cards. None of them seem like outright bad.
Yeah.
Limited. Like pretty much none of the white cards in this class.
I'm not too excited to have this guy in my limited deck, but I probably will run him
He's not a bad two.
as to fill in that curve.
Well, again,
One power
if
evasion.
you're playing the white flying bolster deck,
Yeah, getting this guy's at 2/4. So going like territorial rock into Sandcraft advantage and having a 2/4
You'd have to
flyer.
bolster onto the same kind of match.
Yeah, 'cause
Oh, it's
against
toughness. Sure.
yeah.
Okay, that doesn't work. My apologies. Oh, actually, let's get that mixed up. Okay, let's go.
That's it. We get one thing
One
that we can
line.
do,
Yeah, he broke the format. I messed it up.
all right. Well, that brings us to the end of white. We'll be back with more Biz for the Boys with blue very, very shortly. Stay tuned with MtG Grinders.